YouTube, Twitch, powered by First NorCal Credit Union. Comcast Business text line. I'm just thinking right now, Shasky, during the break as we talk back and forth, and if Darnold does this and Darnold does that, and how crazy Shanahan is. I'm going to look up at the football gods right now and just say.
Who's up there? Is it Bill Walsh?
It's Bill Walsh, George Seifert, Eddie DeBartolo.
Don Shula up there?
Don Shula's up there. Marty Schottenheimer's up there. Just the football gods. The guys who help.
Jim Brown.
You know, my Uncle Dexter, who's doing better. He had knee surgery not too long ago. He's doing good. I'm just thinking, what did we as 49er fans deserve?
Is Johnny Unitas
like,
there?
did we just give our
Frankie
soul?
Albert?
Did we sell our soul for Joe Montana and Steve Young? Is that as well? Is that like? Did we sell our soul for the quarterback position?
It was like Bone Thugs and Harmony. We made a deal with the devil.
We did make a deal with the devil somehow, some way.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I just like the reality that I have to watch Sam Darnold quarterback my football team on Sunday has not sunk in yet. I'm driving to Levi Stadium.
What do you mean?
Anna's disheveled because she doesn't get to see her boo Brock Purdy play. She thinks that, she's like, I'm just not. I know why women live longer than men because we don't watch sports, and this is why I should have never got involved in sports. My emotions are all over the place. And now we got to watch Sam Darnold quarterback our football team to snap a 2-game losing streak in a gotta-have-it game. We got to have the game on Sunday, and I got to watch Sam Darnold play quarterback. What did I do?
It's a one-game thing, man.
Are we sure it's a one-game thing?
Well, for now it is. We'll cross that bridge when we need to.
Are we sure?
We'll cross that bridge when we need to.
I'm having a meltdown because I just realized, oh, my God.
You got to let it play out.
Oh, my God. They really signed Sam Darnold the second day of free agency.
Fonte, you're skipping over to Chapter 8, and we're still on Chapter 6. Or 7.
Well, I skipped over to Chapter 9 during the offseason to say, hey, Sam Darnold's going to have his... No, he's not. He's going to be third-string quarterback.
Monte DiBiase over there.
I'm sick to my stomach.
Give me the $1 million entrance, please.
How am I supposed to not
with
panic?
that sadistic Jabba the Hutt laugh that this guy has over here.
Come on, man.
Solo.
What did we do to deserve this? Brock Purdy's playing so well. He was the MVP just 2 weeks ago. Now we're not talking MVP. We're talking about this guy may not have his job when he comes back. What is going on? I'm sick to my stomach, man.
I mean, you were actually...
Oh.
There it is. Purdy had won you over so much that you actually agreed with Mark Willard on something.
I know.
That he was outplaying Mahomes.
He was outplaying Mahomes.
That was then, and this is now.
He was outplaying Mahomes.
I mean, you get so mad when people are like, hey, this Justin Herbert guy might be better than Mahomes. Yet you had the audacity to come out and say, I remember me going, I'm not ready to go there. It is Mahomes. He was
playing better Mahomes.
I don't care. It's Mahomes. It's Mahomes. But here's the thing. Purdy had won me over. He had won everyone over. If you weren't won over by Purdy, you were unwilling to open your eyes. He played amazing.
You know what?
He had a couple of bad moments in some crucial drives. And yeah, I get it. But I believe for right now, it's a one-game opportunity for Sam Darnold to prove something. We will take it from there. But right now, I'm operating that Purdy's done enough. He's the starter. It's his job. But things can change.
Hey, Shasky. Boof Busters on YouTube.
Boof Busters is the greatest.
If Shasky is the voice of reason, then the show is toasted.
Yeah, it is.
It already is.
You know I haven't gotten a text from?
Who?
Nick Friedel in a while.
Oh, my gosh.
And you know it's coming.
Oh, my gosh.
Brother.
It was all good just a couple weeks
How's
ago.
How's it going, buddy?
Think about 2 weeks ago. All right, we're going to get to the calls. Hang tight. We're going to get to...
Is it still Super Bowl or try again?
Oh, my gosh. Super Bowl. I'm not mentioning those words anymore. Not now. Not now.
Win now.
The defense is 25th against the run. They got cooked. Think about this, because you keep referencing the Cowboys game.
He was I sat there in awe watching this dude dissect what I believe to be a very good defense in Dallas. And we can argue like great, good. That's a very good defense with great personnel. And I'm sitting here going, dog, he is destroying them.
Listen.
Anticipation, moxie, feel, layered deep throws, timing routes, arm strength. I mean, fitting it into tight windows, hitting guys with precision, ball placement on point, making plays where there's no play to be made. He was unreal.
Let me finish my thought here, Shasky.
I'm sorry.
Let me just take us back to a couple Mondays ago. All right, the Niners beat the Cowboys 42-10. Think about how we were floating that Monday morning. That was just October 9th. October 9th, right?
Too short. It was all good just a week ago.
It was all good just 2 weeks ago. Beat the Cowboys 42-10. We laughed at the Cleveland Browns, said they had no shot to beat us. No shot. Oh, no Deshaun Watson. It's a shoebox game. And then Purdy threw about 5 no throws in that football game. And McCaffrey got hurt. Devo Samuel got cracked on the first play of the game. He got a hairline fracture in his shoulder after talking all that mess before the game.
What did I text you during that game?
What?
If we're debating hand size and gloves, we've got problems.
Well, I thought we were going to do Dr. Rob Pandya at 8:30.
No, he's ready to go now.
What? All right. Dr. Rob Pandya.
Well, the reason why we're having him on is because Brock Purdy's got a concussion.
Yeah, well, I know that. I thought we were doing it at 8:30. I was going to get to the lines here. All right, Dr. Rob Pandya for about 5 minutes. Miscommunication. Happens all the time. It's all good. We adjust. We audible.
You're audible at the line, Kirk Cousins.
Oh, yeah, Kirk Cousins. Dr. Rob Pandya, he's doing great. My condolences go out, Doc. I know you had a rough couple of weeks, but I know you're back at it. It's been a rough week for us here on the Morning Roast. Warriors lose. Niners lose. We lose their quarterback. So is it still possible, Dr. Rob Pandya, as I say good morning to you, that we still see Brock Purdy on Sunday?
Yeah, no, there is a possibility, and I think the key thing is, where is he in the concussion protocol right now? Did they say, you know what, he's going through practice, is he in step 2 or step 3, and can he progress through pretty quickly? So absolutely a possibility. It's just really on what are his symptoms like, where did they start him in the protocol? So absolutely a possibility. Less likely, but, it's just where his symptoms are and kind of how he's doing.
Well, I think there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there that want to pretend to either be Twitter docs or think that things are more sadistic than they are. I'm not pretending to be an NFL player. Doc, I've suffered a lot of injuries. I was explaining to Bonte earlier that I've had concussions and played in games, different era, and I don't remember things, from the game, and the performance was all over the place. Before the supposed concussion, he was 19 of 24 for 252 yards and a touchdown. After the second quarterback sneak, where we believe he got the concussion, 2 of 6 for 20 yards and 2 interceptions. People talked to him after the game. He didn't notice it. And then he felt symptoms afterwards on the plane. How often does that happen for people who are facing concussion symptoms?
It actually happens pretty frequently. We concentrate a lot on the big blow, someone's kind of staggering off the field, and then it's immediately known. But a lot of times, if you get a concussion, the manifestation can happen, 12 to 24 hours later. So it's more frequently than we know. So even though he may have had headaches or whatever symptoms he was having, you're going to see that impact on performance right away. I mean, your brain's been injured. So whether you notice it externally, there's that impact there. So absolutely, could there be an issue with his performance after that head blow? Totally makes sense. You just don't notice the actual headaches, visual changes, et cetera, till you're on that plane or 24 hours later.
Let me follow up with that. With all of the stuff that happened with Tua last year, and obviously we're still learning about concussions and whatnot, how serious is this, for the immediate future of Brock Purdy?
Yeah, it's absolutely serious. There's never one concussion can be a concussion that actually changes your life, even if the symptoms aren't that severe. So absolutely. I think the key things for him are, number one, making sure he clears through the protocol. And then number two, if there's any question at all, particularly with the bye week coming on, you don't want him to get that second hit within 6 to 7 days of a first concussion. So absolutely. You can have some people will have 20 concussions and get symptoms. Sometimes it can be 1. So it absolutely is very serious when you're dealing with the brain.
When it comes to the player, Doc, and we appreciate the time, Dr. Rob Pandya, he's one of our favorites, even though he ditched us for Leonard Dibbs. I will not forgive him for that, but I still will reply to your tweets.
UCSF, baby.
Yeah, I will reply to your tweets, but I like the other doctor better now, Narav. No, I'm kidding. When you deal with players who have concussions, how difficult is it to keep them off the field? Because I'm sure Brock Purdy is fighting and fighting and fighting to get back on the football field. And we know about Steve Young's history. We know about players in the NFL playing through concussions. How much is it? How tough is it for a doctor to say, "Hey, I'm not going to clear you today," and how these players fight back on the concussions? Because I'm gotta guess Brock Purdy's going to do everything in his power to play on Sunday against the Bengals.
Absolutely. It's very hard. And I think that the tough thing with concussions that you are basing it off what the player's telling you. Now, obviously, when they're staggering around and don't have good balance, it's easy. But when you get to that clearance phase, if a player is saying, "Look, I don't have headaches. I don't have visual disturbances. I'm not feeling nauseous," you are depending on what they're saying. So there's a little bit of burden on the player as well, too. So it's hard, especially if a player is telling you that they're okay and they want to go back and play. I mean, there are objective tests we can do, but it really does fall a lot on the player.
What if he does get cleared and he goes out and plays? Then what are the risks for future? Because they say you get one, you're more susceptible to the next one, and so on and so on. So what are the real ramifications? He gets cleared, and the doctors all do the right thing. What's his risk assessment going into a game like Sunday?
Yeah, I think a couple things. One is that, if you get that second hit, second blow kind of really close together, you do worry about kind of more longer-term issues from a playing standpoint. Does that mean that he's out 4 to 5 weeks? Because it takes harder to recover from that second concussion. Then you worry about the long-term issues. What does it mean in terms of, his depth perception, his reaction time, all those things that matter for him playing as well, too. And then you do worry about what does this mean for him long-term? What about Brock Purdy in 5 to 10 years? So absolutely, you have to be very careful in terms of assessing him. And what also happens to the docs are on the sideline that game, sometimes things that may not necessarily be concussion symptoms, just the normal part of the game, you're going to be a little bit more cautious. So does Brock Purdy play a little bit more cautious? Is the coach a little bit more less willing to do explosive plays for him? Are you going to be doing things where you're not running him? So a lot of considerations and caution, particularly when you're coming off of this short a week. When you get out to 2 to 3 weeks, you're not as concerned. But within 6 to 7 days, you are looking at a player much more closely and potentially changing how you're playing them so they don't get that second concussion so close together.
Doc, with some great wisdom there. How's the kids?
Kids are doing good, Vontae. They're all up in their sports, and they wanted to listen to you on the radio right now, but I just dropped them off at the school line so they couldn't listen to you guys. So,
no, that's probably a good thing. That's probably a good thing.
Doc, I hope all's well with you and your family.
Yeah,
I've had a tough couple of weeks, and my thoughts and prayers back to you, buddy. We love you, and I hope all is well for you guys.
No, thanks, guys. Listening to you guys is healing in itself, so I appreciate it. Thanks.
That's special,
Doc.
Doc, next time you come to a Warriors game, make sure you come say hi to me and the crew. Dr. Narab Pandya, everybody. One of the best. Follow him on Twitter, UCSF. He is blown up. I felt like we helped you blow up, Dr. Narab Pandya, so
are you saying that you made him like Radich made people?
I'm saying, no, you said that before.
Well, you did make me.
No, I didn't make you. You made yourself. No, Doc.
You guys definitely put me on the map. So
it was actually Kate Scott. It was Kate Scott. It wasn't us. Oh, like this doctor, really? This Twitter doctor? No, Dr. Rob Pondey, you know what you're doing.
Good stuff, Doc.
Anytime this morning.
All right, take care, guys. Thanks.
Anytime, Dr. Rob Pondey, one of our favorites.
Hearing that.